one, roads and railways, so infrastructure, transport connectivity. And we have already completed one of the most important projects, which is Corridor 10, connecting basically Central Europe to North Macedonia, Bulgaria, through Serbia. But we continue to build highways to connect us to Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, railways to connect us by high-speed railway to North Macedonia and then Greece. So in general, infrastructure development is a key priority. It's amazing to see that if you look at the numbers, only in the past 10 years we have built over 468 kilometers of highways. So only 468 kilometers in the past 10 years of highways. Under construction, over 643 kilometers. And if you look at this is just highways. If you look at the railways, we have built a high-speed railway from Belgrade to Novi Sad, connecting two largest cities in Serbia. And by the end of this year, we need to complete construction of the high-speed railway to the border with Hungary. And then by hopefully 2026, basically connect Belgrade to Budapest by high-speed highway. And we have currently in construction over 200 kilometers of new railways. So infrastructure, also energy, extremely important for sustainable growth and sustainable development. And we have just completed the gas interconnector to Bulgaria to connect us to LNG terminals in Greece and to get gas available from Azerbaijan. The next big project is gas interconnector to North Macedonia and also oil pipeline to Hungary. And number three is equally important in today's world. You have to build what I call digital roads, which is basically broadband. And with this huge support from EBRD, we have started a very ambitious project, which will mean that by the end of 2025, so next year, we have 100% of Serbia covered by high-speed, reliable internet access. And again, finally, I fully agree with the EBRD president. What we need to show as governments is efficiency of the government, availability of the government, meaning that the governments are available to its citizens and investors literally 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, as well as transparency, fight against corruption. All of that can be fit in one term, that is e-government. Serbia, Central Serbia, currently has 100% e-government. But you need to make it available to citizens and businesses, even in the most rural communities, meaning that you have to have rural broadband available everywhere. And with the support of EBRD, we are doing it now. And so we're going to have it completed by, as I said, end of 2025. And that is, I think, also a big strength and one of the key advantages of Serbia. But to sum up, infrastructure, roads and railways, connecting the region, energy, and digital infrastructure, meaning rural broadband. I think the new government will be formed very efficiently. I expect probably during March, by the end of March. And then, you know, I've already been the Prime Minister since 2017. You know, we will see. But, you know, I think what's most important for investors is that Serbia has a very, very clear vision of where it's heading and the way forward. And as I said, we have just in January promoted our plan for the future by 2027, which entails approximately 18 billion euros of investments in different sectors. Now, combined with that kind of investment from the public sector, a lot of it will also come from the private sector through public-private partnerships. I think just that shows you the scale of investments which Serbia is ready for in the next 4 years. So that's the vision, and then the team will be implementing it as always, but I do not think it's about personal solutions. It's about the team. Yes, we have had actually, we're basically attracting more FDI than the region combined, and we have since 2012 we have had every year increase in FDI attraction in Serbia, apart from 1 year when there was a COVID pandemic. And so every year was a new record high, and the same was for last year, 2023. So now the record high FDI for Serbia is 4.5 billion euros, which is perhaps a little bit more than 4 times higher than 10 years ago. And this helped us, well, together with supporting local businesses, startup companies, micro, medium-sized companies, to create more than 550,000 new jobs in the past 11 years. Now, when you look at also, I was looking yesterday at the numbers of work permits that we issued in Serbia to foreigners who come to work in Serbia now, again, 2023, so last year was record high. We issued more than 52,000 work permits for foreigners to come and work in Serbia. In 2015, it was only 6,300. So that is the scale at which Serbia is basically changing. And when I say Central Serbia, this is the second time I'm using this term, I mean Serbia, which is basically not including in the statistic our autonomous province of Kosovo and Metohija, which obviously we considered it to be part of Serbia. But this is politics, and now we're talking about economy, and it is important for me now to talk only about economy. In general, I think that you're right. A country can have a strong, vibrant economy only if it also has in addition to successful FDI attraction, if it has a strong, vibrant local businesses. I am particularly happy to see that we have more and more startup companies, innovation companies, which actually decide whether the country is going to be successful and competitive in the 21st century. Now, we have increasingly strong local businesses, companies that are becoming multinational, such as MK Group, Delta, Mid-Europa Partners, which is basically registered in London, but has basically a very strong base originally from Serbia, and other companies which are very, very active in the region and now more so in Europe and across the world. Companies such as, that are not very famous, such as Junior from Kragujevac in central Serbia, which is one of the companies working for Swiss CERN from Geneva, meaning they have the highest standard of high quality smart manufacturing, or InMold, which is basically in robotics, exporting throughout the world. These are the companies that, as the government, we are now basically supporting one by one to grow, develop, and conquer new markets. Through financial incentives, development fund, dual education, so that we basically prepare workforce immediately for these companies, not just technical high schools, but universities as well. We need to push also companies in Serbia. So if, I can tell you that, for example, as a country which is driving very, very hard, ICT investments in research and development, innovation, AI, biotech, to support that, we have actually created 2 years ago a specific fund in Serbia where we are attracting private investment funds, private equity funds, by as much as you're investing, we invest 50% of it. So to de-risk it in order to get more money into our economy and especially for our funds in our companies. So